my commentary series here, and you all joining me for game series of the Orioles versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And so what we are doing now is you can see that the Orioles just made a trade with the Washington Nationals. Nationals get James Woods, C.J. Abrams, and Alex Call for Colton Cowser, Anthony Santander, and Rowdy Jordan. Now it looks like the Orioles may have gotten the lower end of the deal with the overalls of these young men, but the ages are what the Orioles probably were looking at with this, and we're going to see what these young men can do. $80K over 6 years remaining for James Woods. That helps the Orioles' pockets, I bet, for the most part, most likely. So we're going to go into the next game here. We got Max Scherzer, picked up from the Toronto Blue Jays. And it looks like they've sent down Andrew Kittredge down to the Tides. And Nationals have accepted the trade offer for the from the Orioles. So we're going to play the next game here. Orioles have the out of lines. We'll have them auto fix that. We'll get in this game here. Second in the AL with a 1-1 record. Put this in the middle here. Roger center again. And we're going to do Mid-Atlantic, the Baltimore station. Because you are listening to Orioles Radio on YouTube Sports Network. So presentation mode, we want broadcast. And here we go. Alright, and it looks like James Woods is getting his start in the rotation, leading off for Baltimore. So we'll see what James Woods, newly acquired James Woods, can do here for the Orioles. Roger Center, 49,000 here today. And Ryan O'Hearn shines in win versus Blue Jays. Will Wagner shines in loss versus the Orioles. So, looks like they had some standouts there yesterday. And we can select the storyline and check it out. Ryan O'Hearn. Going to be the man today to watch. And here we go. Getting set up in Toronto. Coming up next, your Baltimore Orioles take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And here we go. We got Bowden Francis starting for the Toronto Blue Jays here. 103 innings pitched, ERA of 3.30. Or James Wood, not Woods. Sorry, Wood. And Bowden looks in, gets the pitch. Here's the pitch.
Ball one.
And ball one to James Wood. And here we go, second pitch to James Wood. See, right on the inside part of the plate. And Woods fouls it off. Loud foul ball. 1-2 count now to James Wood. And Francis with the pitch. And Wood fouls it off again. Still 1-2 count. And
2-2 the count.
He holds up. 2-2 count now. James Wood was looking for a swing. We got a little bit of a flinch out of him there. Bowden now with the pitch and wind up. And Wood sends one to center field, and it is caught by the center fielder. I'm going to call this man Woods, and I don't mean to. Ryan O'Hearn stepping up to the bag now. It looks like Alex Call and CJ Abrams are on the bench as pinch hitters if needed. Orioles kind of basically just going after the Nationals outfielders and one infielder.
Ball one.
And ball to Ryan O'Hearn. In his 8-year career, he has played with Kansas City and Baltimore. And 1-0 count now to Ryan O'Hearn. And O'Hearn fouls it to the left. 1-1 count now. O'Hearn steps in the box. He's ready. Francis shakes off the sign. And the pitch. Ryan O'Hearn hits another foul ball. Stepping out of the box now. Fixing his helmet. Francis is set. And the pitch from Francis. And O'Hearn fouls it. O'Hearn settling in the bag. Francis pitches.
That's a ball.
Ball low and inside, low and outside. Ball 2. 2-2 count now to Ryan O'Hearn. And Francis gets him swinging. O'Hearn goes down swinging. Gunnar Henderson now up for the Baltimore Orioles here at Rogers Center. Bowden Francis on the mound. And the pitch. Strike inside strike zone. Gunnar Henderson is set. Bowden Francis looks in. And he is set. And the pitch. And that is inside the strike zone for strike number 2. Gunnar Henderson, 2023 Rookie of the Year. Looking in now to Francis, and Francis with the pitch. And Gunnar fouls it off to the left. Steps out of the box, adjusts his bat, his helmet, and he looks in. Waiting for the pitch from Bowden Francis. Francis with the pitch.
Ball.
And that is inside. Ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Francis looks like he's nodding to his catcher. Looks like he's got a pitch he wants. And the pitch. And Gunnar Henderson swings it one inside on the hands. He goes down. Francis gets out of the inning. That brings up your Toronto Blue Jays here. Jimenez, Bo Bichette, and Guerrero Jr. coming up. And Max Scherzer, former National, former Blue Jay. Max Scherzer, 3-time Cy Young Award winner. With this opening, not the opening day start, but his first start for the Baltimore Orioles. And Scherzer winds up in the pitch. And that's inside. Jimenez looks at it. Jimenez with a 125 average. Scherzer set. And the pitch. And Jimenez hits a little blooper to right field, and that's one drops for a base hit. Jimenez doesn't think about going for 2. He sits there first with a stand-up single. Jimenez just with a little blooper out there to right field. Right fielder had nothing he could do about that one. Scherzer looking into Bo Bichette now. And the pitch. And Bo Bichette fouls it off down the right field line. Strike 1. It's a sunny day here in Toronto. Rogers Center, they got the roof open. And Bo Bichette fouls it back. 0-2 count now. Bo Bichette looking in Scherzer. Scherzer sets. And the pitch.
Ball 1.
And that's low. Ball 1. And Max Scherzer in, looking in. And Bo Bichette hits it down the right field line. First baseman takes it. And he overthrows the second baseman. And left fielder gets in time to hold the runner at second. On the poor throw by the first baseman. And Scherzer looks in. Vladimir Guerrero up to the dish. And Vladimir hits it between the first base and second. And the throw into home. And he is out trying to take home. The center fielder guns him down. Oh, the right fielder. Sorry about that. Down. Oh, no. Wasn't Tyler O'Neill. Tyler O'Neill's up to bat. Right field. Who is that? Oh, is that one going to drop? Center fielder's on it, and he makes the catch. Cedric Mullins makes the play. And advances the runner. Now runners on the corners for Toronto. Ernie Clement up now for the Toronto Blue Jays. Clement hitting a .253 right now in the 2025 season. Will Wagner is after him, hitting DH with a .237. George Springer with .239. And Ernie Clement coming up to the dish now. Max Scherzer, 9 pitches in on to the bottom of the first. And he sets, looks in. And the pitch. And he hits one to the second baseman who makes the easy throw to first. And out number 3 to end the inning. So Scherzer gives up a few hits, but Toronto can't make anything of it. Score is tied. 0-0. Toronto leaving 2 men on the bag. Colby Mayo up for your Baltimore Orioles. Colby Mayo with an average of 0.98 on the regular 2024 season. Hitting a 143 right now. Mayo looks in. Bowden pitches. And that one is hit foul to the right. Bowden Francis looks in, and the pitch to Colby Mayo. And is high for a foul. Strike 2. And the pitch, low, ball 1. And the pitch from Francis. And that is a sinker for a foul. Still 1-2 count. Da, 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 da. And Francis, and another slider fouled back. Still 1-2 count now. Colby Mayo staying alive at this at bat. Getting Bowden's pitching count up there a little bit. Bowden at 22 pitches. And that one fouled back again. Colby Mayo staying alive. Still a 1-2 count now to Colby Mayo. Colby Mayo looking in. Francis is ready. Looks like he got the pitch he wants. And the pitch.
That's ball
and that is low. Ball 2. Colby Mayo making something out of this at bat. Trying to get the Orioles up on the board. Get a runner on the bags. And Mayo swings that one inside the strike zone for strike 3. There's a third strikeout today for Bowden Francis. Mayo just a little bit behind that one. Stepping up to the bag now, Jordan Westberg. Bowden Francis with the pitch. And Westberg swings the one high, fouls it back, strike 1. Jordan Westberg with an average of .264 in 2024 with 63 RBIs. Has a batting average of 0 this season. So we'll see what he can do. And the pitch. And that one's fouled away. Strike 2. Westberg's last game, he went 0 for 2 with an RBI. And here's the pitch. And he looks at it. Goes down looking. That is your 4th strikeout for Bowden Francis. Catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Gets Westberg looking. Adley Rushman now coming up to bat. And the pitch from Francis. And Rushman is way ahead of that one. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And Rushman looks at 1 down low in the strike zone for strike 2. Doesn't even take the bat off his shoulder. Rushman now looking in. Bowden ready. And the pitch. And Rushman swings at 1 up high in the strike zone for strike 3. The 6th strikeout, I want to say, for Bowden on the day. And Bowden retires the side. No hits for the Orioles through 2 as we head to the top of the 3rd. This game is sponsored by Sezzle. You ever need to make payments on something but you don't want to pay the full amount, you want to make partial payments? Sezzle's your way to go. Pay every 2 weeks. Pay off whatever you need. Sezzle. It's the way to go.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that is ball 1 to Will Wagner. Max Scherzer set. And the pitch. And Will Wagner sends it down the first base side, and that is foul. 1-1 count now to Will Wagner. Max Scherzer looking in, and the pitch. And that is up high for ball 2. Scherzer not looking like his usual self out there today. And looks like Max got the pitch he wants, and he throws it in. That is ball 3. George Springer up on deck with an average of 167 right now in this 2025 season. Fresh start season. 3rd game into it. And Scherzer with the windup and the pitch. And Will Wagner gets a hold of that one, sends it to deep center field. Cedric Mullins under it, makes the play, and that is out number 1.
Batting 7, right fielder, George Springer.
George Springer up to bat now. Max Scherzer gets the pitch. And low in the strike zone for strike 1. Springer versus Scherzer in his career is 3 for 9 with 3 strikeouts. And Springer hits that one to the left, and that is not made. The play is not made by the 3rd baseman. So, still up here. 0-2 count now to Scherzer, or to Springer. Scherzer with the pitch. And Springer hits it foul down the left field line. And we're back at it again. Scherzer looking in. He's got the pitch. No windup. And here it is. And Springer caught looking for out number 2. George Springer not happy with himself on that one. Alejandro Kirk stepped up to the bag now. And Max with the windup and the pitch. And low outside. Strike 1 or ball 1. And the pitch. And that catches the bottom of the strike zone. We have 1-1 count now to Alejandro Kirk. Max Scherzer looking in the catcher. And the pitch. And Alejandro Kirk swings. Grounds it to the 3rd baseman who makes the play to 1st. And that retires the side. So Toronto doesn't get any hits out on the board. Doesn't get leave any strain on base. As we now head to the top of the 4th inning. Top of the 3rd. Sorry. Top of the 3rd inning. Cedric Mullins now leading off for the Baltimore Orioles in the top of the 3rd. Mullins hitting .333 on the season. And curveball inside the strike zone. 0-1 count. Spent his entire 8-year career, Mullins has with the Baltimore Orioles. And Mullins fouls that one off to the left. Strike 2. 0-2 count now to Cedric Mullins. Bowden Francis looking in. Looks like he's got his pitching once. And the pitch. And that is in the dirt. Strike 3. Mullins gets thrown down at first. That was a drop strike. 6th strikeout for Bowden Francis on the day. And we're getting a look at our Google Cloud StatCast to where those pitches were. And Bowden Francis looking in. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And that is outside. Ball 1 to Ramon Laureano. Bowden Francis looking in. And it looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And to wind up the pitch. And Laureano hits it down to the third baseman and makes a jumping cat throw and out. That is 2 down now on top of the 3rd inning for Toronto. Jorge Mateo up now for the Baltimore Orioles. What a play by the 3rd baseman here. Ernie Clement making a heck of a play. Francis looking in. And that misses the outside part of the plate. Ball 1. Jorge Mateo with 5 home runs and 18 RBIs last season. Not a very productive season for Jorge Mateo. He's hitting a .286 right now in this season. And that one catches the lower half of the strike zone. 1-1 count. Bowden looking in, catches the sign, and the pitch. Mateo ahead of that slider for strike 2.
2 strikes.
Bowden Francis now pitching a gem of a game. And that one is outside. Misses the strike zone. 2-2 count now. And that one's fouled back by Mateo. 2-2 still. And the pitch. And Mateo fouls one down the right field line. Keep the count at 2-2. Stay alive in this at-bat. Bowden Francis looking in. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. The windup and the pitch to Mateo. And Mateo swings the one in on the hands and fouls it off to the right side. So stay alive at this at-bat. Making something of this at-bat. Getting that pitch count up there for Bowden Francis. And Mateo swings it one right outside the strike zone, and he sits down. The 7th K for Bowden Francis here in the game. Mateo looked silly swinging at that one. Got a fist bump by Bowden Francis. Dalton Varsho with a .286 on the season, just in these 2 games we've had here. Max Scherzer with the windup and the pitch. Max Scherzer, 24 pitches right now. And that one hits the strike zone for a strike.
1-1.
And that one is way inside on Varsho. 1-1 count now. And the pitch, and Varsho swings at one low in the strike zone.
2 strikes.
1-2 count now. And Scherzer with the pitch. And strike 3. Varsho swings at the circle change down the lower part of the strike zone. That's Scherzer's 2nd strikeout of the game. Andres Jimenez up now for the Toronto Blue Jays. As we're back at the top of the order. And the pitch from Scherzer. And that one's in strike zone. Strike 1. 2 for 5 on his career against Scherzer. And that one's low. Ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Jimenez showing some stealing past 2 games. Hitting a 2.22 average in these past 2 games right now. Scherzer leaves that one low in the strike zone, and Jimenez fouls it off to the left. 1-2 count now to Andres Jimenez, who was 1 for 1 in the ball game today. That was way inside. 2-2. Some jeers coming from the crowd now as they did not like how inside that was on Jimenez. Scherzer now with the pitch. And now he leaves that one up high, but Jimenez fouls it back into the seats. That'll be a nice souvenir for somebody. And the windup from Scherzer and the pitch. And that one doesn't go anywhere but foul. Count still at 2-2. And 1 out. And the pitch from Scherzer.
3-2.
And Jimenez with a great eye does not swing at that pitch. It is low and outside the strike zone. And here comes the pitch from Scherzer. And it is ball 4. And he walks Jimenez to get the lead hitter in this inning on base. Oh, not the leadoff hitter, so the second hitter. Shortstop Bo Bichette now 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice in the ball game. And we got the Toronto Blue Jay up on the dugout trying to get the crowd into this game. Scherzer with the windup. And the pitch. And he throws it down the middle. 0 for 5 and 1K. Bichette is on the career against Max Scherzer. Bo Bichette 0 for 1 today with .250 batting average. And here's the pitch.
Ball.
And that's low to Bo Bichette outside the strike zone, 1-1. Max nods to his catcher. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And he throws it back to first base, and he is safe. Bo Bichette looking in, looking focused. Max Scherzer takes a look over at first, and the pitch. And Bo Bichette fouls that one right out of play. 1-2 count now to Bo Bichette. As Max Scherzer sits and sets, gets the pitch he wants, and the pitch. And Bo Bichette hits that one out to right field. Right fielder makes a play and throws it back in, and runner on first is not going anywhere.
Now batting, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
And it looks like we got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up to bat, 1 for 1 with a single on the day. Hitting a .286 on the year. And Vladimir Guerrero's going. And he's in, and the pitch.
Ball 1.
Low, ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Vladimir Guerrero, 2021 All-Star MVP. Also believe he's a 2-time home run champion, I believe. And that one's low on the strike zone. Vladimir swings at it, fouls it off. 1-1 count now to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladimir Guerrero kind of reminds you of his dad a little bit. And that one's outside. Ball 2. Scherzer not happy with the location of that one. Scherzer's pitch count's getting up here now. 42 pitches in the bottom of this third inning. And Scherzer sets, takes a look over first. And the pitch.
Hey.
And Guerrero looks at that one inside the strike zone. 2-2 count. Vladimir Guerrero's focused now, eyes gazing in. And he's early on the fastball. Swinging at that one, Scherzer gets him out. Toronto strands 1 on the base paths.
Leading off for Baltimore, left fielder James Wood.
And we're back at the top of the order now for Baltimore. Some of the news going around right now. And James Wood back up to the bat for Baltimore. And he hits a ripper back up the middle for a base hit. James Wood smoked that one back up to the pitcher. And that's James Wood's first hit as an Oriole. Ryan O'Hearn up now to the plate, 0 for 1 on the night. And O'Hearn looks at one that just drops into the strike zone. 0-1 now to Ryan O'Hearn. 0-for-1 with a strikeout on the night. O'Hearn looks in. Francis with the pitch. And that one's inside. 1-1 count. Ryan O'Hearn was acquired from Kansas City by the Orioles in 2023. Again, he was a fire starter for some of that Orioles hot season this year. Or last year and the year before.
Out.
And that is a double play. 4-6-3. James Woods makes a critical running error and goes back towards first on the ground ball. Gunnar Henderson up now, 0-for-1 on the night. And the pitch from Francis up high, ball 1.
1-0.
Gunnar Henderson, 37 home runs and 92 RBIs on the season last year. This young man is getting quite impressive. And here's the pitch.
Ball 2.
And that one's ball 2. 2-0 count now to Gunnar. And that one is hit to the second baseman who easily makes the play, and that one will end the inning. We're now heading middle of the fourth. Toronto up to bat with Tyler O'Neill, Clement, and Wagner coming up.
Leading off for the Jays, left fielder,
Tyler O'Neill now leading off. Batting fourth in this lineup. 0-for-1 on the night. And the pitch from Scherzer. And that catches the lower inside corner. Strike 1. Take a look here at the Orioles infield. Bunch of good ball players right there. Max Scherzer with the pitch. And O'Neill rips that one down the left field line. Strike 2. And the pitch. And that one's fouled away. Still 0-2 count. O'Neill looking on Scherzer. Scherzer is set. And winds up, and the pitch. And O'Neill fouls another one back. And here's the pitch. And that one's outside, ball 1. Scherzer getting up there now in pitch count as well. Scherzer about to hit 50 pitches in this game in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 50th pitch by Max Scherzer.
Nope.
And that one misses the zone for ball 2. 2-2 count now to Tyler O'Neill. And Scherzer with the windup and the pitch. And O'Neill smokes that one down to third base. The third baseman has it. It's a throw out to first.
He's out.
And Tyler O'Neill is retired in the bottom of the fourth. Ernie Clement now stepping up to the plate. 0-for-1 on the night with a ground out. Clement looking in at Scherzer. Scherzer is set. Gets the sign he wants. And the windup. And the pitch.
Ball inside.
And that one catches. No, that one does not catch. That does not catch the strike zone for ball. Ball 1, Ernie Clement. And there you go. That's the pitch it looks like that Scherzer was looking for the last pitch. 1-1 count now to Ernie Clement.
Ball that's
And ball 2. That one's just outside the strike zone. Max Scherzer now at 54 pitches this inning. And Clement fouls that one back. 2-2. Clement focused in on Max Scherzer now.
We got a full count.
That one is low and outside the zone. Ball 3. Full count now to not Tyler O'Neill. Ernie Clement. And Clement fouls that one back. Still 3-2. And fouls that one back again. And Clement hits it down to the first baseman, who takes it for an out. That's 2 out now in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, designated hitter Will Wagner.
Ball.
And that one is low, ball 1 to Will Wagner. And Wagner pops it up to the left fielder who's under it and makes the play, and that ends the inning. As we head into the top of the 5th now, Orioles coming up to bat. Your Baltimore Orioles will be led off by Colby Mayo, followed by Jordan Westberg and Adley Rushman. This is Orioles Baseball on the Orioles Radio Network on YouTube Sports Network.
Colby Mayo.
Here's the line score for today's game so far. Scherzer with 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts on the night for Bowden Francis. Bowden Francis looking in. And that's up high, ball 1 to Colby Mayo.
Nope.
And Colby Mayo wanted to swing at that one, but held off. So 1-1 count now. Oh no, 2-0 count. 2-0 count now to Colby Mayo. And that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. 2-1 count now to Colby Mayo. Bowden Francis looking in. Bowden Francis at 54 pitches now. And Colby Miller swings underneath that one for strike 2. Bowden Francis looking very, very good in this game right now.
3-2.
And that one's low and underneath the strike zone. 3-2 count now. And Colby Mayo fouls it down the right field side. Francis looks in. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And fires it in there. And Colby Mayo pops it up. Third baseman underneath it. And he makes the play for the out. 1 out now in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting, third baseman Jordan Westberg.
Jordan Westberg now up for the Baltimore Orioles. Bowden Francis looks in. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And the pitch to Westberg is outside, ball 1. And Westberg gets a hold of that one and foul down the right field side. First base side, I'll say it. Foul, first base side. And swings and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 count now to Jordan Westberg. And that one's hit down the right field side. Foul. And that one's low, ball 2. Fans here chirping to Bowden to strike him out. And that one goes foul, first baseline. Fans getting loud today. Cheering on their pitcher. And that one misses high for ball 3. Full count now to Jordan Westberg. Can Jordan take this at bat and turn it into a walk? And Westberg caught looking at a pitch low inside the strike zone. Bowden Francis having himself a gem of a game right now. As Adley Rushman comes up to plate from the top of the 5th. Francis to pitch. And Rushman gets a hold of one, and the left fielder's underneath it, and he makes the play to retire the side. Toronto now coming up to bat. George Springer, Alejandro Kirk, and Dalton Varsho up to bat now for Toronto. in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Leading off for the Jays.
Sponsor for this game right now is Apple. Take a bite out of technology. Apple. And the pitch. And that one's fouled back into the seats. 0-1. George Springer was a first-round pick in the 2011 MLB draft.
Ball, that's out.
And that one misses. 1-1 count now. Scherzer at 63 pitches. And that one's fouled back. 1-2. You can tell Springer wants to take that one back. And Scherzer with the windup and the pitch.
That's a ball.
High. Ball 2. 2-2 count now to George Springer.
Three balls.
Low. Ball 3. Full count now George Springer as he looks into Max Scherzer. Scherzer with the windup and the pitch. And Springer ahead of the fastball. Goes down swinging. 4th strikeout for Max Scherzer on the night. Alejandro Kirk 0 for 1 with a ground out. Alejandro Kirk hitting a 143 in these past 2 games. And that one doesn't catch the outside part of the strike zone. That is ball 1 to Alejandro Kirk. Max Scherzer sets and wind up and the pitch. And that one's hit by Kirk, and that one's going to drop. And the center fielder grabs it and throws it back in. Alejandro Kirk with a single to center field. Left center. And Kirk was on that one like he knew it was coming. Dalton Varsho now 0 for 1 on the night. Let's see if Toronto can get their first runs in. And that one's fouled off down the left field line. Strike 1. Hey, 2 people watching. What's going on, guys? Say hi. Let me know who you are watching. This is my commentary series. I turn the commentary off on MLB The Show, and I do it myself, or I try to at least the best of my abilities. And Scherzer with the pitch, and that one is fouled off down the left field line. 0-2 now to Dalton Varsho. Last game, he was 1 for 4 with a home run and an RBI, hitting .250 on the season. 0 for 1 tonight. And the pitch for Scherzer, and Varsho swings and misses. And he goes down swinging on a circle change. That's his 5th strikeout for Max Scherzer on the night. Max kind of settling in, but is it too late now to settle in? I mean, the score is 0-0, but did Max settle in too late? He has allowed a few hits on the night.
Nope.
And that one misses the upper outside corner of the strike zone. Ball 1. Sets. And the pitch.
Yeah.
And that one's in the strike zone, and Jimenez caught looking at it. 1-1 count now. And the pitch.
Ball 2.
And ball 2, as that one misses the top part of the strike zone. And here's the pitch. And that one catches the top part of the strike zone. That looks like the pitch that Max has been looking for the entire night. Or at least in the past few pitches he's tried to throw up there. And it looks like he finally got it. And Max sets and the pitch. And he goes down swinging one way outside the strike zone. And the Toronto Blue Jays get retired. And this is the end of the 5th as we head to the top of the 6th inning. This is Orioles Baseball on the YouTube Sports Network. Cedric Mullins 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Bowden Francis 67 pitches in the top here of the 6th inning. And he sets in the pitch. And that one catches the lower part of the strike zone for strike 1. Ryan Burr and Yemi Garcia up in the bullpen for Toronto. We've seen Yemi Garcia in the past 2 games for Toronto. So we'll see what he can do. See if he's well rested a little bit to get him something else. And the pitch. And that one's fouled away by Cedric Mullins. 0-2 count now to Cedric. Bowden Francis actually pitching himself quite a nice game here. And the pitch to Cedric Mullins. And Cedric fouls that one back to keep himself alive. 0-2 count now. Mullins looking in. And that one's foul left field side. 0-2. And Bowden sets. And the pitch.
One ball.
And that one's low and in the dirt. Ball one. 1-2 count now to Cedric Mullins. And here's the pitch from Bowden. And that one is in the dirt again as well. Inside. Ball two. 2-2 count now. Bowden Francis, could he be running out of steam? We shall see. And Bowden Francis pitches that one up high in the strike zone. Mullins fouls it away. Count still 2-2. Mullins staying alive, getting that pitch count up. And that one's in the dirt. Ball three. 3-2 count now. Full count. 8 pitch at bat for Cedric Mullins here. And Mullins caught looking at the fastball. Goes down. The 9th strikeout. And it looks like Bowden Francis is getting taken out of this ball game after striking out his 9th batter of the night. This Toronto faithful is standing up and applauding their pitcher for his performance. Looks like Chad Green, who we didn't see warming up in the bullpen, is coming into the game. Chad Green has seen this Orioles lineup once before. I believe in the first game of this series. Roman Laureano coming in. 0 for 1 on the night. Chad Green looking in. He's got the pitch he wants. And the pitch.
Ball.
And that one's low. Just catches the strike zone, but called a ball by the home plate umpire. 1-0 count now to Laureano. And Laureano looks at a cut fastball inside the strike zone. 1-1. And Green pitches. And that one's fouled back by Laureano. And Chad Green sets. A wind-up. And the pitch from Green.
Ball 2.
And that one misses the lower part of the strike zone. Ball 2. 2-2 count now to Ramon Laureano. Laureano looking in. And Laureano connects with one, but that is foul. Keep this inning alive. 2-2 count still to Ramon Laureano. Chad Green looking in. It looks like he's got the pitch he wants from his catcher. And he makes the pitch. And Laureano swings and goes down swinging. First strikeout of the night for Chad Green. We got the ump cam here. And look at that one. Way outside. Jorge Mateo up now to face Chad Green. Jorge Mateo 0 for 1 on the night with a .250 batting average this season. And here's the pitch.
Aye.
And Ramon swings that one way outside. Oh for 1 with a strikeout on the night. Jorge looking into Chad Green. Chad Green is set. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants from his catcher. And Chad Green with the windup and the pitch. And that one is low in the strike zone. And Jorge Mateo fouls it off. Last game, Mateo was 0 for 1 with a home run and an RBI. Chad Green looks like he's set. Knows the pitch he wants to throw. And the pitch.
One ball,
way outside. He
2 strikes.
tried to get Jorge Mateo on that pitch where he got Laureano on last at bat. And Jorge Mateo looking in. And he swings and misses. And that's the second strikeout for Chad Green on the night to retire the side. Orioles go down 1-2-3. Coming up now in the top of the 6th inning, we have the bottom of the 6th, Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Tyler O'Neill. are coming up to lead off this bottom of the 6th inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Max Scherzer still in this game at 77 pitches. Looking at Bo Bichette and the windup and the pitch. And that's outside the strike zone for ball 1. Cionel Perez and Yanier Cano warming up in the Orioles bullpen. We have seen Cionel Perez in this series so far. We have not yet seen Yanier Cano, so we'll see if the Orioles bring him in. And the pitch to Bo Bichette. High in the strike zone, strike 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
What's up, 4 people watching? Let me know who you guys are. And the pitch to Bo Bichette is fouled back and strike 2. Max Scherzer, 80 pitch count. Now, I don't see Max Scherzer lasting much longer if he keeps this up. And Bo Bichette fouls that one down the right field side. Keeping it alive. 1-2 count. 81 pitches now, Max Scherzer. We're watching that pitch count for Max, see when he gets taken out. Toronto's pitcher has already been removed from the game. And that one hit down the right field side again, but foul by Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette keeping himself alive at this at bat. Still 1-2 count now to Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette with a 2.22 average on the season so far. We've only played 2 games in. This is the 3rd game in the season. And 2-2 count now as that one low and missed for a ball. And Bo Bichette swings the pitch way outside the strike zone. And that is your 7th K for Max Scherzer on the night. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now. Boston and Texas have a 7:05 start time for anyone who wants to catch that game. That game will be on right after this one on your local broadcasting station. Max Scherzer at the pitch into Guerrero. And that one is fouled back for strike 1. Vladimir Guerrero now, 250 average, 1 for 2 on the night. Scherzer, 85 pitches. And the pitch into Guerrero. And that one's low and in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1 count now to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Spent his entire 7-year career so far with the Toronto Blue Jays. That doesn't look like he's going to go anywhere, folks. And that one is inside but misses. Ball 2. Scherzer getting up there in the pitch count. I think we're at 87 right now. Yep, Matt, don't see Max being in here much longer. I don't see him finishing out the 6th inning. But you never know. We'll see what Brendan Hyde decides to do. And that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone for strike 2. 2-2 count now as Vladimir just looks at that one. And Guerrero with a no-doubter. That one's high and deep, but foul. A loud foul ball down the left field line, and that one would have given Toronto the lead. And Vladimir Guerrero hits it down to the third baseman who throws him out, and that one is out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill now up for the Toronto Blue Jays. Hitting 4th, Max Scherzer at 90 pitches. I think Brendan Hyde's going to keep him in here, let him finish his game out. And that one catches the lower part of the strike zone. Strike 1. I still got 2 people in here watching, guys. If you can type into that comment section, let me know who you are. Let me know if you're enjoying this. Let me know if I'm doing a good job. I'm trying my best. I don't have another person to banter off of. I will have some people joining me for certain games, some games, and possibly, we'll see how that goes. And Scherzer with a pitch down the middle, and that one's fouled down the left field line. 1-2. Tyler O'Neill staying alive at this at bat. 93 pitches we're at with Max. And that one hits. That one's going to drop down the right field line, and that one's going to go all the way back to the wall. And it looks like O'Neill's rounded first. He's heading into second. And he's going to go in with a stand-up double. O'Neill's first double on the season. If that doesn't get Max out of this game, I do not know what will. Brendan Hyde now has to make a choice. Does he bring in Canola Perez or does he let Scherzer try and finish out? And Brendan Hyde's going to take out his starter. Scherzer is exiting this game, giving up another hit. Scherzer not looking too happy with himself.
Now pitching
And Brendan Hyde brings in Keegan Aiken, someone we did not see warming up. This is not the first time that Aiken has seen this Toronto Blue Jays batting order in this 3-game series. So we're going to see what Keegan Aiken can do. Keegan Aiken did get out of it the last time, but as you can see, he has an ERA of 18. So we're going to see what Keegan Aiken can do against this lineup as he faces Ernie Clement. And he pitches one low in the strike zone for strike 1. Clement 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts tonight. Keegan Aiken looks in, shakes off his catcher. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And he sets and the pitch. And that one's hit down the right baseline, and the first baseman fits it away himself for out number 3 as the Orioles get out of this inning without getting any damage done. Vladimir Guerrero hitting a long and loud foul ball down the left field line, 3 feet from the foul pole. 3 feet, and that's all that could have changed this game.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays. Number 43, Ryan Burr. Leading off for Baltimore, left fielder James Wood.
James Wood 0 for 2. He had a single down the right back up the pitcher, right back up the middle of the diamond. James Wood fouls it off to the left-hand side. 0-1 now count James Wood. James Wood acquired from the Orioles by the Orioles from the Nationals. And Wood hits it down the right field side. Foul. 0-2 count now to James Wood. And Wood looking in to Ryan Burr now in the game for Toronto. We saw him warming up earlier. And Burr and Wood hits it down the left field line and still foul. Still alive. 0-2 count now still to James Wood. Burr looking in. Burr gets the pitch he wants. And Woods hits it down to the shortstop who makes the throw to first. And that is out number 1. The top of the 7th. Ryan O'Hearn now to bat. Face Ryan Burr. Burr has seen O'Hearn in this series. As tonight, O'Hearn is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And Ryan Burr sets. And the pitch to O'Hearn. And it's low in the strike zone. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
0-1 count now as Ryan Burr sets. And looks into O'Hearn. And O'Hearn gets a hold of one but hits it foul down the left side. O'Hearn with a 200 average on the season. O'Hearn is set. Burr is set. And the pitch. And that one's up high, but O'Hearn gets a hold of it and keeps the set bat alive. Fouls it down the left field side. Ryan Burr ready, and he is set. And the pitch. And that one gets through, and that one's hit down the left field line. Ryan O'Hearn with a hit. And one of the Orioles' only basemen in this game. I believe that is the second run. Bring that guy home. Ryan Burr looking into Henderson. And that one's low, ball 1.
1-0.
Gunnar Henderson strikeout and ground out tonight's game. And Gunnar looks in. And Ryan Burr gets the sign he wants. Gets the pitch he wants. And the pitch. And Henderson fouls that one off the left field side. 1-1 count now to Gunnar Henderson. And the pitch. And Henderson fouls one back behind the home plate. 1-2 count now to Gunnar. Ryan Burr at 11 pitches now. Gunnar Henderson with a 1.82 batting average this season. 2-2 count now to Gunnar Henderson as that one misses high for a ball. And Ryan Burr looks like he's going to give the pitch. And he hits it. And Gunnar hits it to the second baseman. And he beats the throw to first. Oh, Hearn gets thrown out at second, but Gunnar beats the throw to first. Colby Mayo up now, the DH for Baltimore. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out on the night. And Ryan Burr looking in with the pitch. And he pitched Colby Mayo.
Ball 1.
And that one misses low. Ball 1. Ryan Burr not happy with this. Umpire strike zone.
Nope.
And that one's up high. Ball 2. Gunnar Henderson leading off from first. Burr looks over at first. And the pitch.
Ball 3.
Ball 3. Jordan Westberg is on deck. Does Colby Mayo take here? Does he swing away? See what Colby Mayo does. Ryan Burr with the pitch. And Mayo gets walked. That is a 4-pitch at bat to Colby Mayo from Ryan Burr. Ryan Burr threw 4 pitches to Colby Mayo. All 4 were balls. Jordan Westberg 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And the Blue Jay is putting the booga booga curse on the Orioles as they got 2 runners on in the top of the 7th and 2 out. Jordan Westberg 0 for 2 on the night with a 0 batting average on the season. And Burr misses outside with that one. Ball 1. Henderson the second. Taking his lead. And that one catches the inside part of the strike zone. Strike 1. And he misses, swings above that one. Strike 2. 1-2 count on Jordan Westberg. Ryan Burr trying to get out of this inning without allowing a run. And he sets and the pitch. And that one's fouled into the glove. But that one is an out. Colby Mayo not happy with himself on that one as that ends the top of the 7th inning. Ryan Burr pumped up that he got himself out of that inning. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, Blue Jays up now. 4 hits for the Blue Jays, 2 for the Orioles. And it looks like Baltimore's bringing in the big fella, Yanier Cano. Bringing in the flamethrower. And Canero's going to face off against Will Wagner. Looks like he shakes off. Oh, looks like he's got the pitch he wants from his catcher. And Cano sets. And the pitch.
Nope.
And that one misses inside. Ball 1. And here we go. That one's low. Ball 2. Jan Cano coming in and throwing the first 2 pitches are balls. And Wagner caught looking at that one, and that one hits for a strike. 2-1 count now to Will Wagner. Jan Cano sets. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And the pitch. And Wagner swings at one low and outside the strike zone. 2-2 now. And Yakino with the pitch. And Wagner gets a hold of one, and that one's going to go foul. And here we go now. The pitch to Wagner. 5th pitch to Wagner is fouled back to stay alive in this at-bat. 2-2 count now still to Wagner. That was the 6th pitch of the at-bat. So here we go with the 7th pitch. And that one is popped up behind home plate. Rushman settles underneath it and puts it away for the out. 1 down now in the bottom of the 7th for Toronto. George Springer up to bat to face Yanier Cano. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the night. 125 batting average on the season. And the pitch. And that one misses low. Ball 1. Again, guys, please let me know how I'm doing with this series. I want to keep it going. If I'm not doing well, then
One ball, one strike.
I'll stop it. If you guys aren't enjoying it, I'm sorry. It's something I'm trying, something new.
Ball. That's a
And
sack.
that one misses for ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yanier Cano looks in. Looks like he's got the pitch. 5 people watching. What's up, guys? Let me know if you guys are enjoying the series. Let me guys know enjoying the game. It's been a pitcher's duel kind of right now. 0-0 tie. Yanier Cano up on the mound for the Orioles. George Springer hitting. And the pitch from Cano. And Springer hits that one back up the middle. And the play by the second baseman is ow! As he makes the leaping throw to get Springer. Mateo with a nice throw. Matt Spencer. Thanks for the thumbs up, Matt. Glad you're enjoying the series. Like I said, something new that I'm trying. I will have other people joining me as we do a game share and call the game. As of right now, this is Toronto's home opener series. So this is the 3rd game of the series. Baltimore's home opener is the next game. I don't know if I will be filming that one tonight or not, as I am going to a Nationals game tomorrow, and I want to get there early. But thanks for the thumbs up, man. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. Cano now with the 14th pitch of this inning. Whoa, way inside to Alejandro Kirk. 1-2 count now. Alejandro Kirk, I believe, is 1 for 2 on the night. Yep, 1 for 2 on the night with a single. And Yanier Cano looks like he got the pitch, and that one's low. Ball 2 to Alejandro Kirk.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kirk trying to get something going for Toronto in this inning. And that one gets the top part of the strike zone. And Kirk is caught looking to end the inning for Toronto. As Yanier Cano gets the Orioles. What MLB is this? This is 25. This is the show. MLB the show 25.
Number 93.
7 people watching. Thanks, guys, for watching. Again, this is my commentary series, so I turn off the commentary for the games and I do it myself. It's kind of hard to do it by myself. It sounds kind of wonky. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Again, let me know if you guys are. It's just something I've wanted to do. It's something I wanted to do last season, but a buddy of mine, we tried doing it, somehow didn't work. So, again, this is a series I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do all 162 games. Basically, what I do is I do a franchise with the Baltimore Orioles, and I've made some trades. So there are some names you guys won't recognize that are not Oriole, or you'll recognize that aren't Oriole players. So I basically made a trade with the Nationals, and I got Alex Call, James Wood, and CJ Abrams. And I traded away Anthony Santander
Ball, that's high.
and 2 other players. But I got those guys. They're now in Orioles uniforms. We got Max Scherzer as well in an Orioles uniform. He's actually the starting pitcher, or he was the starting pitcher for this game for the Baltimore Orioles. He got pulled out in the 7th at a 98 pitch count. As you guys can see, it's 0-0. So it's been a pretty good game. Adley Rutschman fouls that one off down the right field line and is keeping himself alive in this game. And the count now 2-2 to Adley Rutschman. Yemi Garcia has faced this Baltimore lineup twice in this series so far, so he knows what to expect coming out of these guys. We got a full count now to Adley Rutschman. See if he can get something going here for Baltimore in the top of the 8th inning. Adley Rutschman 0 for 2 on the night. Garcia looks in, and the pitch, and Rutschman hits ball deep right field line, but foul. Got a little excited, couldn't speak there for a second. I do little ad reads here and there, pitch little things. And that one's ball 4, and Yemi Garcia walks Adley Rutschman. He walks the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 8th inning for Baltimore. Cedric Mullins 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Let's see if Cedric has the power to get something going here for Baltimore, hitting .250 on the season. We are only 2 games in, though. This is the 3rd game of the season.
Nope.
That one's outside for ball 1. Mullins against Garcia in his career is 3 for 8, it looked like it said, with 3 doubles. So if that's the case, it looks like Cedric can hit a double and get something going here for Baltimore. That one's high and misses, ball 2. So like I said, again, guys, if you guys are enjoying this, let me know. If you ever played college football 25, would you say this game? For college football 25 being back and what I remember when it was first brought into existence, college 25 has definitely come a long way. I will say it's a little bit, the mechanics are a little wonky, the physics are a little wonky. I'm a baseball guy. I love baseball, so to me, MLB The Show is never going to be a bad game. I do definitely think they have improved a lot over the years. There are still some things that they could work on. The crowd is something they could definitely work on. One thing I do love is the create your own stadium. Love that. The team builder for college football 25. It looks like we got a steal, and he is safe. Mullins with a stolen base. The team builder, I've tried to get to work on college football to create my own team. You can do a lot of concepts and a lot of creativity with that, from what I've noticed. Personally, I like them both. I am a college football guy as well. Go Horns. But I would definitely say, I'm a baseball guy, so I got to give it up to this one. Now it looks like it's going to be, that is a home run for Roman Laureano, and he puts the Baltimore Orioles up on the board with a 2-run shot. If you've played 24, you're getting the rosters, you're getting updated rosters, you're getting a lot of things. There are a lot of different mechanics. There's a lot of other little features that they've done. They've actually changed a lot of the layout. So now for the mini games, when you're playing solo for Diamond Dynasty, you actually have like little fields now that you just go and you roll a dice and you move a player and you earn things that way. So they changed a lot. They revamped the Diamond Dynasty so much, and I actually do like it. I'm a big Diamond Dynasty guy. I love playing Diamond Dynasty. I had it with my friends last year. We all had fun because we had 99 maxed teams for every position. We had 99 every player, and so definitely with the revamping of, if you're a Diamond Dynasty guy, 25 is definitely something to get, just because I like the revamping they did with it. Of course, you have everything. It's basically still the same. I just wish you could do like an online franchise, but if you didn't have enough people, just have the teams filled with computer. You still kind of need. That one's driven out to left center field, and the center fielder underneath it put out number 2. Jorge Mateo got a hold of one though. I would definitely. If you're a baseball guy and you are a Diamond Dynasty player, 25 definitely revamped Diamond Dynasty, and they revamped it, in my opinion, for the better and in a better way. That ball is hit down the right field line, but foul. James Wood gets a hold of one. James Wood acquired from the Nationals in a trade with Anthony Santander. 1 for 3 on the night, James Wood. And that one's outside ball. 1-1 count now, James Wood. I would definitely get 25 if you're a Diamond Dynasty guy. And that pitch low, misses, ball 2. James Wood. Franchise is still the same. It's still the same layout. It's, everything's still the same. That's actually what I have here doing this. I basically just did franchise, and I go and put the controller in the middle and just let the games play out. And that ball is hit out to deep center, and the center fielder gets under it, and that's going to end the inning. But Baltimore, with a 2-run shot for Roman Laureano, gets on the board. Here we go, seeing that home run again. And he got a hold of that one. I was actually going to have the Orioles trade him, as I say that in quotes. Cianel Perez now coming up for Baltimore. Cianel Perez has been in this series once or twice now to do some relief pitching, so he has seen this Toronto Blue Jays lineup at least once or twice. So it looks like he's going to see if he can hold this lead, and possibly the Orioles bringing in the big fella and Mountain Time. Dalton Varsho up now against Cino Perez. Perez looking in. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And Dalton Varsho fouls it down the left field side. 0-1 count now to Dalton Varsho. And the pitch outside, way outside, 1-1. Felix Bautista warming up in the bullpen. Looks like the Orioles are going to call on their big man to come and close out this game if Cino Perez can keep this lead intact. Perez looks like he's got the pitch he wants as he's set. And the pitch. And that one's hit back up then left center field. Center fielder gets up with his Cedric Mullins, throws it in. And the runner holds at first. Varsho didn't want to take the chance to go for two. Andres Jimenez up now on the plate. 1 for 2 on the night. Cino Perez looking over at first. And the throw. And it looks like we got a steal going on. And he is safe. Varsho with a stolen base. He's sitting there saying, well, if you can do it, I can do it too. Varsho now get in scoring position. Perez looks in at him, and the throw, and that is inside for a strike. Inside the zone, I should say. 1-1 count now to Andres Jimenez. And that one's hit left side, foul. Cino Perez now, 1-2 count now to Andres Jimenez. Cino Perez looking in, and he throws, and that's way outside, 2-2. Let's go Jays chance getting here by the Toronto faithful. And that one's hit to the shortstop. And that one's thrown. And that is out number 1. And for those of you joining the game late, this is the game 3 of the 3-game series, Baltimore versus Toronto Blue Jays, here on the YouTube Sports Network and your Orioles Radio Network. Bo Bichette 0 for 3 on the night. Bo Bichette not hitting too well in this series. Cino Perez looks like he's got the pitch he wants and the pitch in. And Bo Bichette lines it out to the left fielder, and he makes a diving catch to save a run. Oh, ho, ho, what a play by the left fielder. And that is James Wood. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now at bat.
Yep,
and that one misses outside. Ball 1.
Ball.
And that one misses. Ball 2.
2-0.
Cino Perez, 2 strikes, 2 pitches. Both balls now to Vladimir Guerrero. And Cino Perez looks like he's got the pitch he wants and the pitch. And that one misses. Ball 3. Catcher trying to calm down Cino Perez. Just telling him, hey, take it easy, take it easy. It's all good. And let's see if that works. Cino Perez looks in. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And Guerrero pops it up to the right fielder. And that one's put away, and that ends the 8th inning. So Toronto couldn't get anything going with a base hit and a steal by Varsho. They still couldn't get anything going. Orioles on top, 2-0 right here at the end of the 8th, and we headed to the top of the 9th inning. And Tommy Nance coming in trying to keep this score close so Toronto has a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning. Nance is going to try and shut down the next 3 Orioles hitters here. And up to bat for the Orioles leading off this inning, Ryan O'Hearn, 1 for 3 on the night. And Tommy Nance looks in, and he sets. And the pitch. And that's low, ball 1. Looks like we got Angel Bastardo and Alex Manoah up in the bullpen for Toronto. I think I'm saying that guy's name right. If I'm not, let me know. Ryan O'Hearn getting ready to take his pitch. And that one catches the outside part of the strike zone. 1-1. And here's the pitch to O'Hearn, and that one's outside, ball 2. I can't show favoritism, sorry. And that one catches the lower part of the strike zone. 2-2 now to Ryan O'Hearn. Tommy Nance trying to keep this game close, so Toronto has a chance to win it or tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. And that one's hit foul down the right field line. And Tommy Nance looking in. He sets. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants to throw. And O'Hearn hits it back up the middle. O'Hearn with a single. His second hit of the night.
Now batting shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson up now for the Orioles. 1 on, no one out. And that slurve catches the outer part of the strike zone for strike 1. Gunnar Henderson 0 for 3 tonight. Fielder's choice, ground out and strikeout. Tommy Nance sets. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants to throw. And the pitch to Gunnar. Strike 2. Sinkers. Gunner's caught looking. Tommy Nance looks like he's looking into his catcher. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants to throw as he sets. And the pitch. And that one's in the dirt. And that one's going to get away from the catcher. And no advancing by the runner. Runner stays at first. And that one's hit down the right field line. Foul. Gunner still alive in his at-bat. Gunner trying to add on to this lead and make it impossible for Toronto to come back. And Gunner hits one to the second baseman, and that's
an out.
Yep, there we go. Double play. 4-6-3. Colby Mayo up now. 0 for 2 with a walk on the night. Tommy Nance pitching to Colby Mayo. And Nance sets. And that one goes down left field line. Foul. 0-1 count. Colby Mayo with a 1.11 batting average this season. And the pitch. And Mayo sends that one deep to right. And that one's going to fall and hit to the wall. And Mayo's going to sit there around first and head for 2. And he's in with a double. Colby Mayo with a double to get himself on the bases and get the Orioles in scoring position to add more runs to this game. Colby Mayo just unleashed on that one. And Tommy Nance looking in. Looks like he's got a pitch.
Nope.
And that one misses. Ball 1. Jordan Westberg 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts on the night. So Jordan Westberg looking to wake up his bat and score that runner. And the pitch. That one's low. Ball 2. Tommy Nance trying to keep this game close. He's got a runner on second. 2 out. And that one's low to Westberg. Ball 3. Adley Rushman on deck. Rushman has the power to change this game and add some more runs if he gets the chance. Tommy Nance set. And that one hits the top of the strike zone for strike 1. 3-1 count now to Jordan Westberg. And Westberg sends one to left field, and that one's going to hit the wall. And Colby's rounding third. He's coming home. Westberg rounding first, and he's in there safely at second. Jordan Westberg with an RBI double to add on to this lead. Orioles now lead 3-0. 112 exit velo. And it looks like the skipper is going to take out this pitcher. It looks like Tommy Nance is done for the night. Not getting any boos or cheers or jeers from this crowd here in Toronto. He's just walking off somberly. Looks like we got Alex Manoah coming in, trying to stop the bleeding in this inning. Keep this game close enough for Toronto to try and do something. And Alex Manoah looking into Adley Rutschman. And the pitch. And Rutschman sends one down the right field line, but foul. Strike one. Adley Rutschman on the night, 0 for 2 with a walk on the night. Alex Manoah looks like he's got the pitch. He sets. And the pitch to Rutschman. And that one's foul. Back, strike two. 0-2 count now to Adley Rutschman. Alex Manoah looking in. Manoah sets. Takes a look at second. And the pitch. And that one's hit down the left field line, but foul. Adley trying to go opposite field to that one to tack on an extra run. Alex Manoah looking at second, and he's ready to pitch. And that one's low and in the dirt, but Adley swings and connects with it and hits it foul. Stay alive at this at bat. 0-2 at this at bat still. Rutschman looks in. Manoah looks in the pitch. And Rutschman hits that one foul. Left field side. Rutschman is set. Manoah is set. And the pitch. And Rutschman sends that one down the right field line, but foul. And Manoah looking in. And fouled off. Rutschman staying alive in this at-bat. 7 pitches in this at-bat. Adley Rutschman staying alive. And that one's inside for a ball. 1-2 count now to Adley Rutschman. Here we go. And that one's hit. And that one, the shortstop tries to make a run for it. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. And that one's going to score Mayo. Adley rounding first, heading for second. Is he going to stretch it for 3? No. Adley stays at second. Doesn't go for a triple. Adley hits an RBI double, his first of the season, and Colby Mayo scores. And Adley adds on another one to this Baltimore lead. Orioles now lead 4-0. Cedric Mullins at bat. 0 for 3 on the night.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Alex Manoah misses. Ball 1. One 0 count now to Cedric Mullins.
Ball
That
2.
one misses low. Ball 2.
2-0.
2-0 now to Cedric Mullins. And that one catches the strike zone for a strike. 2-1 now to Cedric Mullins. Manoah looking in.
That's ball 3.
That one misses. Ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Cedric Mullins. Laureano on deck. Laureano hit the home run to put the Orioles up on the lead, up on the board. And that one catches for a strike. Count is full now to Cedric Mullins. Let's see what happens here. Alex Manoah looking in. And Mullins pops that one up to right field, and the right fielder settles in underneath it, and he makes the play for the outs. As Toronto gets out of the inning, but not before allowing Baltimore to put up 2. As the score is now 4-0, Baltimore. As Baltimore heads to the bottom of the 9th. Toronto trying to see if they can win this game. And it looks like Cionel Perez is staying in this ball game, folks. You do not have to turn your watches to Mountain Time.
Counts 1-0.
That one's outside. Cianel Perez, 14 innings down his stint in this game. And that one hits for strike. 1-1 count now. Tyler O'Neill looking in. Cianel Perez sets. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants. And the pitch. And that one's blasted to first baseman. First baseman bobbles it. And he makes a play to Cianel Perez. He recovers to get the out. Toronto down to 2 outs now. Ernie Clement now up to bat. Oh, Clement is grounded out in the first, and he's 0 for 3 on the night. Cianel Perez, 16 pitches in. Looks like he sets. He's got the pitch he wants. And that one's outside, ball 1. And that one's hit to the first baseman for the out. 2 down. Toronto down their last out. Will Wagner coming up. 0 for 3, flied out in the second. Cianel Perez looks into Wagner. And the pitch. And that one hits the strike zone for a strike. 0-1. 0 for 3, Wagner is on the night. And that one hits for strike 2. One more strike, and the Orioles will win the series. And Cianel Perez gets a strikeout as Wagner swings one away above the strike zone. And the Orioles take the series with a 4-0 win against the Toronto Blue Jays as Ramon Laureano starts it off for the Orioles and puts 2 on the board. Cianel Perez with the save, Yanier Cano with the win, and Yemi Garcia with the loss as he was the pitcher who gave up the 2 runs that initially started this win by the Orioles. And that is your final score tonight. The Orioles 4, Blue Jays 0. This has been a presentation of Orioles Baseball on your YouTube Sports Network. I hope you all enjoyed the game. I hope you all enjoyed my commentary. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you guys want me to do any other teams or maybe do a few games of the week for that week, I can also try and do that. Maybe start another franchise where I select maybe 1 or 2 teams, maybe an American League and a National League team. But as of right now, that's what we're going to do. I got a baseball game I got to go to later on today, so I don't want to be late to it. So I'm going to get some sleep, guys. And guys, if you want to tune in tomorrow or later today for the Orioles home opener against the Boston Red Sox, tune in tonight. We are going to have the Orioles home opener and game 2 of the 3-game series. So until then, guys, enjoy y'all's evenings. Sleep tight, be safe, and always have fun. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. I will do this. And that was... Thank you, sir. Alright, looks like... Alright, guys, so just to give you a heads up, opening day for Baltimore will be Dean Kramer versus Jose Barrios. And it looks like... Wait, I thought this was a 3-game series. It looks like it was a 4-game series. Oh, it was a 4-game series. Okay, so we are not doing the Baltimore's home opener tonight. We're doing game 4 of the Toronto Blue Jays series. So the Orioles have not taken the series yet. They have the lead in the series. So it's a 4-game series here in Toronto. And we're going to have Dean Kramer versus Jose Barrios. So that's what's going to happen. As you guys can see, I've been making some trades. So we got a different Orioles lineup here than we normally have. Scherzer. C.J. Abrams, James Wood, and Alex Call. When does he have left his contract? Oh, so I got him for 5 years, it looks like, if I want him. And we got a budget of 67. So there we go. Any y'all who are asking about things for the game, I can walk you guys through a little bit. So you can switch around between the Tides and the Chesapeake Bay Sox. It looks like they are now. Are they the Chesapeake Bay Sox now? Oh, okay. Got the Maryland flag in there now too, and a crab. It looks like. What? I did not know they changed the logo. Okay. So that is. Well, we're gonna save this so I don't lose it. All management. Save. Franchise. Alright, so anyone who wanted to know, Diamond Dynasty, like I said, has been changed. You now have single player modes. You now have Diamond Quest, which again, like I said, is I have one I got currently going. But basically, you select your team. No, I don't want to. Oh, what did I just change? What did I just change? Oh, thank you. Put that back. Thank you. I'll select your quest. Continue. Yeah, I'll go with my team. And then swing and a miss. Previous game is not completed, so now you actually have this. So you get certain things. You get perks activated and penalties activated. And you roll the dice right here, and you actually move spaces. And then you get mini boss games and things like that. Take the lead before running out of outs. So that's it, guys, and I will see you guys later tonight for Game 4 of Baltimore versus Toronto.